Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Today what we're doing is we're going to be going down to a guy I know. He lives about an hour from me, maybe looking for a new project for the channel. I bought several CR projects from him before. At one point he had like a giant sea can full of basket case 80 CRs or whatever, but I think he sold most of them. Sounds like he's got a few left. Couple things sound interestingly. He's got an 83 YZ450F. I'm not really a Yamaha guy, but it's the right project for the right price. Might be definitely worth looking at. He's kind of a hard guy to deal with. He's one of those guys where he wants you to throw out a price first, and then he never likes your price. So I don't know how well I'll do on that, but we'll see. I'm hoping he's going to let me film some of the bikes and get some footage for the channel. If nothing else, we'll go down and see what he's got. Fall's in the air, it's getting cool, so kind of want to get something lined up to work on this winter. Other than that, we'll see how it goes. And once again, thanks for tuning in. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put up some pictures of past projects I've bought from this guy. They were a group of 84 CRs, and I bought an 88 CR 125 from him, which I still own. I'll put up some before and after photos. They turned out really nice, but I think I paid at the time $500 for these basket case bikes a piece. The 88 CR I think I paid $1,800 for, but those basket case bikes, they cost me a fortune. I was lucky enough, I did a really nice job on them, and they turned out nice, and I was able to sell them and get my money back. But this hobby is one of those things where you may or may not get your money back sometimes. You just got to do it because you love it. I love working on old bikes. I like bringing them back. So anyways, just check out a few photos here, and we'll get going down the road. So yeah, it's 3 days later now. I was just about to get on the road to go see that guy about those bikes, and he texted and said, "Oh, I have something come up, let's do it this afternoon." And I says, "Okay, let me know a time." And that's the end. Last I ever heard from him, he just ghosted me. But I'm not surprised. He's kind of flaky. He's been flaky before, and I'm just kind of done dealing with people like that. So he can take his projects and stick them where the sun don't shine, as far as I'm concerned. I've been looking around on Kijiji a little bit, which is like the Canadian version of Craigslist. 1,000 listings. There was only a couple real project bikes, but guys won't even return your messages. I don't know what it is about people, but I can't go out and spend $3,500 on a beat up bike and then spend another $3,000 or $4,000 restoring it and get my money out. So it's gonna have to be the right bike, something that needs a certain amount of skill to fix, and that have parts available, because a lot of these bikes, like, nobody's making plastic for them or parts or whatever. So I guess the search continues. That's the way it goes. I guess what I'll do now is do some work on my shop. So I was looking around on the buy and sell yesterday, and a 2003 YZ450 popped up with a blown engine. I think I can buy the bike for about $500, so I'm taking about an hour and a half drive up to Penhold, Alberta to take a look at this bike.
Riding the one day and it blew up on me, and I just don't really have the extra money right now to fix it, right?
There's not a lot of money in this bike. Like, that's what my channel's about, is I buy old bikes and fix them up. And
the exhaust is kind of nice. It's got a full FMF titanium, but other than that, there's not really anything too crazy into it. Aftermarket bars, that's about it.
Yeah, these steel frame bikes, there's there's like aluminum frame ones for $3,000 that run, right? So
yeah,
guy's got to buy it, right? I was looking around for parts, and you can get a crank kit for about $900, and then you're gonna have to get that comes with a piston, but then you're gonna have to get a jug too.
So it did score the crankshaft, but it seems like the case is pretty much fine. There is this little tiny bit on the gasket I just noticed here.
Yeah, that's no big deal. It's more if there's a big crack somewhere, you know, like if you're into cases, there's no money in it. Better off to part it out.
Yeah, I know.
Is your oil in it, or
what's that?
is your oil still in it?
Oh, I drained the oil, but it did hold the oil till I pulled everything apart. I got a little bit of extra goodies in that bucket there. I got a couple oil filters for it, whatnot.
Yeah, I've never had one of these apart. I usually play with 2 strokes.
Oh yeah.
Like I restored a lot of 80 CRs.
So is that what you do on your channel there? You restore bikes?
Yeah, basically just buy broke projects and restore them. I'll send you a link later.
Yeah, you betcha. That's awesome. Maybe I could see this bike ripping again.
Maybe you want to buy it back when I'm done.
Maybe. See, the thing I love about this engine is it's got the 4-speed in it. And it's got so much torque throughout all the ranges. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, this is too much bike for me. I probably wouldn't buy one like this for myself. I was more like a 125 2-stroke guy. Back when I was racing in the 80s, but I know these things are pretty sick for power.
Yeah, I just sold a 1990 YZ450 to a guy, 2-stroke. That thing was awesome. But that one was a little bit more beat up. Like, when I bought it, I shouldn't have paid as much as I did for it.
How long have you had this one?
This one I've had for about 2 years now, but it blew up on me about a year ago, so.
Where were you riding? Like out of Whitebreast, or?
I was just actually down the road here.
Oh.
Yeah, we got a little bird sanctuary that's a no exit road, and yeah, I was just cooking along and she walked up on me and...
That needs fork sealed. I wonder if Pro Action Suspension did any valving to it, or it's just a sticker.
I'm not too sure. I know my buddy's dad rebuilt it when I bought the bike, but I've definitely put it through quite a bit of abuse. I'm not much of a track rider. I just rip around trails, kind of. So.
Well, rear shock's blowing too. That's going to be an extra $150. Get that rebuilt. Swing arm needs a polish. At least it's not gouged too bad.
Yeah, no, they look really good polished. My buddy has a CR250 2-stroke, and he has everything polished, and it looks like everything's like aluminum just about.
What's this? Is this a decompression lever or a hot start?
It's a decompression.
So I'm not familiar with these. How does that work?
I'm actually not too sure how it works, but
you're able to start it without it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can start it without it easy, but like if you're on the trail and you're really fucking, I don't know, getting beat up, I guess, tired, it is a little easier when you use that decompression. I'm not sure if it's for hot or decompression, but I was told it was decompression.
So the cams are still in there?
Yeah. And I took that all apart and checked everything, and it seemed like that didn't take any damage at all, which is good. I would have the piston, I'd show you, but it hopped right out of the piston. The connecting rod there.
Well, that crank's junk. I mean, you'd have to get a whole new crank.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got her bought for $400. I don't know if I'm an idiot or not. It's pretty rough. A nice little train display out here in Penhold, Alberta. So yeah, this is it.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I used them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down.
The head appears okay. I mean, it doesn't look like the piston tapped any of the valves. I'll take that apart anyway and do the valve seals and check it over and make sure nothing's bent. The jug is definitely pooched. You can see in there. You can get Chinese ones on eBay for about $100 US. The crank, it's a whole bearing kit, every bearing in the transmission, all the seals, piston and rings. That's about just about $1,000 Canadian. So I think if the cases aren't bad, I think I can make this engine run for $1,000. Looks like it's all here, but you never know until you get inside there and see what's going on. So that'll be the deal killer. I won't order anything until I know if I got a turd here or not. Worst case, I'm only into it for $400. I could probably part this out, clean up the swing arm and polish it and sell it on eBay or something. As far as the rest of the bike goes, I'm going to have to talk to Charlie at CJR Suspension. He's the race tech dealer in my city, so I'll probably just get him to do the fork seals and service that shock. It's not worth me tooling up over, and I've done forks in the past, but sometimes you got to buy tools, and for what he charges, it's not really worth it. I'll just let him handle it. Tires are dry rotted. I don't think I'll bother trying to keep those. I think the big question is whether or not to do the rims and spokes or just clean them up. I'll have to see how the budget goes. I did notice the rads are pretty bad. They're missing the louvers in there, and they're bent. This one's really bent. You can see how far out that one is. But I think I seen rads on eBay for $90, so no biggie there. That O-ring chain, that's the first thing to do is cut that off. I hate those things. Surprisingly, sprockets don't look that bad, but I don't know whether they're too rusty to bother with. I missed this when I was in his garage. This is bent and it's missing stuff, and I'll probably have to look for a new lower chain guide. Have to do these rollers. These rollers are pretty rough. Paint looks like it could be hard to match. I'll have to see if I can find a code. It looks like a metallic, so see how that goes, but frame definitely needs to be painted. The only other thing I noticed when I was looking at the VIN number on the bill of sale, it says 1202, so it was built in December 02, so I need to decode that VIN and make sure it is a 2003 before I start getting parts for it. Anyway, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. I guess stay tuned to the channel. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to be splitting these cases. First thing I do is download a manual and learn a bit about this engine. But anyway, thanks again. We'll see you next time.